talk. What kind of batteries do you use in your rabbit? That's what Chuck wants to know today. What happened?
It's rechargeable.
Chuck said that 100%. And it's because we're doing battery talk because of the power generator.
And he was referring to the Energizer.
Are we live?
Bunny.
We're
Yeah,
live.
no, I know that we're live. All right, guys, we are down here at LibCon West 2025 at Foothills Library. We are super, super excited to be here. I think that Dustin should throw up an amazing for me. Oh my gosh, he's got to find it. I'm really excited about this live that we have because this is the first time in person that we have Creator Trey with us. Creator
Yeah.
Trey, wave your hand, do something.
He's usually in chat.
Yeah, usually he's in chat doing stuff, but now he's actually with us at the event. And I'm also knowing that we're running this as landscape and vertical on YouTube, and we probably should have only done landscape. So I'm really excited about that because now we're only going to see Trey's beautiful, beautiful face.
Oh, no.
Or you can switch it over to landscape as well and see Joey, who is also here. So let's kick this bad
What's up?
boy off with Trey specifically. Trey, how is your day going? Talk to me about your trip from Montana and what are some of the exciting things that you've done here in the great state of Arizona?
Awesome. It's been a pretty good day. I'm sorry, a little bit of audio thing on my end. It's just me. This is my first con that I've ever been to, so that's exciting.
Sweet.
Very cool.
I've been here for over a month now, so
Yeah, we've kept
All right.
we've kept extending his stay. He's been on a
Yeah.
vacation for a month and a half, I feel like, or a month and 1 week. When do you go back to Montana?
on the 11th of December.
All right.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
So
very
what's
cool.
the most exciting thing that you've done so far besides this, which you've been waiting around for like an hour and a half while Dustin figured out what's going on with his mouse so that we could get this show going?
Other than this, I think my favorite thing would have to be when you and I went to main event. That place is
That's cool.
crazy.
Yeah,
Super.
We're also both horrible at bowling, I found out. Right, so not good at bowling whatsoever, but we are good at NBA Jam or whatever that game
Okay.
was that we played.
Yeah, we
That's
are,
fun. I remember playing that one a long time ago.
Yeah, it was very similar. It wasn't exactly NBA Jam, but the premise was
Yeah.
NBA sessions or something like that.
And that's the one where their heads would get blown up. And
Yeah,
stuff, right? Yeah, that's awesome. I
So
love
this
that.
had like power-ups in it, but
Okay.
it didn't like blow up their heads, but you could get like power-ups.
Okay.
And it was like super easy to dunk.
All right.
Yeah.
That
reminds,
sounds fun.
Joey, have you ever played NBA Street?
No. I
Oh
haven't.
my gosh, it's so fun.
Is it? Is it similar NBA Jam?
Yeah, it's similar to
Okay.
NBA Jam, but there's like a little bit more. It's street basketball. Is
Okay.
The premise.
Oh, okay. Okay. Very cool.
Yeah, so Joey, we'll kick it over to Joey real quick, and then we'll talk about a little bit about LibCon West and what we have
Yeah.
going on today. But Joey, how is your morning going? I
Pretty
see
good.
that you have a new hole in your face.
Yeah, I do. I have a new hole in my face.
Yeah, so last night I was working and getting everything prepped, and Joey messages me, and he's like, "Hey, I'm getting my lip pierced."
Yeah.
And so tell me about why did that
a,
happen?
It's a thing, right? So my wife recently.
Yep, lips piercings
so,
are a thing.
So my wife and I are probably going through a midlife crisis, right? So anyway, she recently got a tattoo, and her deal was, if I'm getting a tattoo, you're getting a new piercing. And I said, okay, cool. And the person that we were supposed to be doing it with lives all the way out in Mesa. We can't make it out there. You know, it's kind of about 50 minutes away from where we live, so it's really hard to get out there to their shop. So me and her were doing some last-minute Christmas shopping, and spontaneously we saw a piercing shop, a really nice professional one. It wasn't at Claire's.
Yeah, I don't think they
Shout
can do
out.
lip
I don't-
piercings at Claire's.
Not anymore. They used to.
They
not anymore.
used to do lip piercings at Claire's?
I think they
Is
used
that where
to do
Chuck?
it
Is that where you got your ears done?
I don't know about lip piercings,
I
but
don't know.
piercings.
I'm just talking.
I'm not sure, but yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know.
But yeah, so we it was spontaneous. We happened to park in that area as we were leaving. It was there, so I couldn't like get away from it. It was the last store on before we hit the door, so we had to go through it. I did it. Whatever, we did it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Did it hurt?
I mean, it was in the same spot that I had a piercing before when I was like younger. I should probably like maybe I'm probably in date myself like 20, 30 years ago.
Yeah, we're going to date a lot of people today because it's Daryl's special day today. And if you don't know who Daryl is, he is one of our behind the scenes amazing people that have helped take this show across the state of Arizona, except he wasn't with us in Tucson. He'll be with us in Tucson next year, but it's his birthday. And then
Happy
it's
birthday.
also Jinx's partner's birthday tomorrow.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, I got that. I don't know. I don't know if she wants me to say people's name.
Yeah,
I'm very
probably
cognizant of not saying people's names on the air unless it's Dustin specifically. And Dustin lives at. I'm just kidding. I won't say
And we
that.
got a new picture of Dustin too from last week.
Yeah, I'm really excited
a couple
about
days
that.
ago.
All right, if you guys don't know who Dustin is, Dustin's running all the media behind the scenes, and I want to give him a big shout out because we didn't have we upped a little bit of our game here to do this LibCon and to test some stuff. So we added a Starlink to our Miri router. So we have a Starlink run into this bad boy that Dustin has set up. Dustin also set up a battery generator that's helped actually giving us power. So now that we can do these anywhere, and for some reason Dustin recommended that we do one of these in a forest. So not 100%
just to try it
sure
out.
about that.
Okay.
Especially since Joey said I needed to stop
Listen,
being creepy.
I want to listen. How about we do it in the forest? But what we're doing is we're searching for Sasquatch.
that would be cool.
Age Radio searches for Sasquatch.
That'd be
Chuck
crazy.
doesn't believe in
And then-
Sasquatch.
We're going to make him a believer.
I believe that I don't think that's going to happen. All right. So essentially, if you guys have never heard of the show, again, this is Mercury. We're coming live at you from the Glendale LibCon West. We actually did this one last year. It was at a different library. This one's at the Foothills location at 55th Avenue and Union Hills, and it's really nice out here. And we're going to get Daryl to get set up to go on the con cam here in a few moments, so that you can see a little bit about what's going on. But I wanted to talk to you a little bit about what we have going on throughout the day. So I get a lot of feedback from Jinx and from Dustin, and we usually do a lot of rushing
he
on
said
some
Jinx
of these.
first.
Yeah, I just and so we usually try to jam pack these things. So Dustin and I sat down. We had a strategic planning session about how many of these that we were going to do. So we're going to do this opener. And we're going to talk to Trey a little bit more as Daryl goes across the con cam here in a few seconds, and then we're also going to have some interviews. We're going to have Brent Miller. He is an author that we've met at multiple cons. We've done him on the vendor walkthrough before, but this is going to be one of the ones where we are going to sit down and actually talk to him a little bit more in depth about what is going on. And then we have we're looking for another guest to come on and do another creator interview after that. Then I'm really excited because we're going to do a Marvel game giveaway.
Oh, fun.
We're going to find some kids or adults. We're going to bring them over here. We're going to do a Marvel questionnaire. We did this at Tucson Comic Con, and whoever wins, we're not going to do a hierarchy. I'm just going to get a bunch of $20 gift cards. They're going to battle out for $20, and we're going to get that going. So we'll have that fun event this afternoon, and then we'll close it out with our vendor walkthrough. So we'll get in a good about 4 or 5 sessions today, and maybe a closer towards the end. Again, bringing back Trey on and maybe singing "Happy Birthday" to Daryl. Trey, do you want to sing "Happy Birthday" solo?
I can.
Oh my gosh, Trey's gonna do it. Trey's gonna do
it,
a
Trey.
happy birthday to Daryl when Daryl's there. All right, I don't know what's going on with the con cam because I can only see Trey's beautiful face on this live because it's what's the word? Vertical. So that being said, let's throw up the con cams so everybody that is watching this live can see what is going on here at the LibCon West 2025. You have a good view?
I got a good
Why
view.
is yours? Mine's stuck on this landscape.
I don't know.
Wait, are you in StreamYard?
No, I'm on YouTube.
Yeah, I'm on YouTube too. Look at that.
Weird.
I don't know. I guess I can see the con cam. As long as you guys can see the con cam,
It
that's all that matters.
It's landscape. To
All
me.
right. Well,
It's
Daryl
good.
walks through so you guys can see a little bit about what's going on. It looks beautiful. That Starlink's picking up a good stream right there.
It is. It's looking great.
I don't want to give thanks to Elon Musk, so we're just going to skip over that. We're going to give thanks to Trey. So
what we've done, we've researched it since the last time. We were like, what is going on? How can we fix this? We figured out that we have to stack all of our different devices that is giving out different feeds to boost the feed. We have to be just above everybody else's feed when they're because what it does is collects the feeds from everybody's source, their cellular source. So it pulls them together, and now we got these devices that are stacking them so that we can boost ourselves above everybody else, and now everybody gets a crisp and clean view of what's going on now.
That's
rather
the
than
plan. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen, but we're dedicated to making the vendor walkthrough one of the most, I don't know what's the word I'm looking for, one of like the biggest things on
Yeah.
YouTube, I
Yes.
guess, because that's what we're going to be known for. That's what we're going to be known for, a vendor walkthrough.
Walkthroughs.
And last vendor walkthroughs, no one could see anything. I was running into Jinx. Jinx was running into Joey. I think Daryl was running into Joey. Anyways,
but we learned. We learned. We do really good. But what we're looking right now, we're looking at some really cool stuff. There's some places on there. It looks like you guys can come and find out about some haunted locations around the valley. Looks like that's pretty cool.
oh yeah, I saw that one when I was
Yeah.
walking through.
Very cool. And we got some more cosplayers. It looks like we got tons of really great looking cosplayers.
All right. Well, while he walks through that, I'm going to talk to Trey a little bit about the last year, because this has been a little bit over a year. We've been doing Mercury for well over a year. We started doing it just on Instagram as a live, and then we switched it to doing a full stream. So Trey, what have been some of like the things that you found the most interesting over this, I guess, journey that we've been trying to do this live every Friday since we started this?
Just a number of technical stuff we've had to work with.
Yep, that seems to be an increasing thing.
It doesn't seem to matter whether we're on Instagram or StreamYards or YouTube or whatever. It's always a thing. But I think that's kind of normal, right?
Yeah, no, that's always been kind of the issue. Has always been like the tech stuff. I mean, we even ran into it today. I don't know what was going on with Dustin's computer, but his mouse wasn't working. The mouse trackpad. In fact, Dustin, what did you find out? What was wrong with that? All right, so the
That was a
number
weird-
one tech tip is always restart the device.
Give it a few minutes. It's the whole unplug for 30 seconds thing.
Yeah. Okay. So Trey, you usually do
Yes. Shut down your computer at least once a week.
we usually do this from our bedrooms.
Oh.
We're in your bedroom, not mine. We're not in the same bedroom when we do it. Right? All right, so you're in your bedroom. I'm in my bedroom, keeping it clean. All right, and so now you're actually doing this live at one of the events. What is it? How does it feel different?
Well, there's definitely more of a energy thing. I'm definitely connecting with your and Joey's energy a lot more. I mean, like video can do so much, you know. And then it's just like all of the technology is really surreal. Like
You love tech stuff, and you and I can talk hours about tech.
yeah, probably.
So what do you mean? Well, go deeper into what you mean by it being surreal.
Oh, just like hearing my own voice and hearing some of the stuff from the recording at the same time. It's just like really weird to me. I've never experienced that before.
Yeah, getting used to like the different setup and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
monitoring your with headsets and all the technology and things all coming together. It's definitely a brand new experience when you have done it in your bedroom for such a long time.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, if you're just popping in, we're at LibCon West 2025 here at the Foothills Library. There are some amazing vendors. There's creators. There's cosplayers. I'm not sure. Thermo AZ was doing a talk earlier today, a demonstration to kick it off, if I'm not mistaken. There's going to be a cosplay contest later today. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to get that on video, but there is a cosplay contest. Jinx is dressed up like Zoe from, what is it?
K-pop
Demon Hunters.
Jeremy.
Come on.
I forgot.
Jeremy.
I remembered Zoe. That's a lot. And she made her own sweater.
Here she
She's going to
comes.
pop in the back here.
She
Look,
did.
Daryl, fix that.
Oh,
Distracted by me.
Yep, it fell over because Jinx walked through.
What's that animal's name, by the way?
Derpy.
Derpy, of
It's
course.
Derpy.
Yeah, actually, Derpy was my favorite part of the K-pop Demon Hunters. Have you seen
Yeah, it was
anybody
fun.
else dressed up as K-pop Demon Hunters today?
No, but I also have not left my booth since I got here.
That's true. So I want to talk real quick. I mean, easier than giving you a
segment?
headset. I'm just going to hand the mic over to you. So you stayed up till 2:00 in the morning making the outfit.
That's a lie.
That's a lie. You told me that earlier.
I stayed up till 4 o'clock.
Oh my God.
She
Okay,
lied.
so I went to bed at 10, so I could be lively for this,
But
for
I made
everybody.
This at 2. I made
Okay.
this at 2 o'clock.
Oh, okay, so
That's
she made it at
awesome.
2:00 and went to bed at 4. So how did you make it? Did you like? How does it? When you say you
Did you
made it, what
print
does
it?
that mean?
So I bought the sweatshirt and it actually had embroidery on it, so I took all the embroidery off, ironed it to like smooth out the fabric, and then I found this on the internet, and I actually found a really nice, pretty high quality image.
Yeah, that looks
Edited
great.
it slightly on Photoshop and then printed it on iron printer paper.
Oh, so you
Like
did through
vinyl?
printer paper.
Like vinyl?
You-
Vinyl?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Were you
great.
using a Cricut?
No, I didn't have to use a Cricut because it was pretty easy to cut out.
Oh.
You have a Cricut though, right?
I do.
It
yeah.
keeps you up all night.
Oh, got it.
All right,
Got
thank you.
it.
Thank you, Jinx. I appreciate you. We'll be seeing you around. We'll do vendor walkthrough. Is your sister going to want us to, is she going to talk on camera? She says that. I think I can get
She
it.
could be a hand model.
A hand model for
Hand
all
model,
the stuff
just-
that's going on.
No filming the face, just the hands.
All right, Joey, let me talk with you a little bit about Geek Collective, and let's see if Trey can think of some cool questions to ask you as well.
Cool.
So we have a lot of stuff going on with Geek Collective. When I met you, we had absolutely no graphic novels ourselves.
Nope.
And now we have, or comics, I guess. Now we have two printed anthology books, one comic book ash can, well, two comic book ash cans, right? And then we also will have a full
Well, full length coming up here in the next couple months.
Okay,
yeah.
cool. Well, throw these up. Let me talk about. Let's start with archetypes. This is the
Archetypes.
very first thing that we did. Tell people about
Yeah.
archetypes and what's going
Can you
on
guys
with that.
grab me the issue 1, please, on the top, the blue one? Sorry, I didn't grab that one. Up top, archetypes. Yep, there we go. Perfect. Thank you, sir. Yes, it started off with Archetypes issue 1, which is we gave opportunities to some creators to put their short stories and some articles about comic books and geekdom inside issue 1. This is about 30 pages. We started out with that. We did a Kickstarter, and we were successful with that. We printed it. We sent it out to everybody. And then we did issue 2, and issue 2 is now been printed. And we're actually going to be starting to, once we're done here, we're going to go next week and start shipping these out to everybody who got the Kickstarters. So we only have about maybe about four copies each to sell here at the con, because we want the people who back the book to get these first, but people who are here, they're going to be able to get this one on a little bit limited. These are my copies, so I'm selling my own personal issues, and the other ones everybody else gets, and we're going to be selling these as well. We got issue 2. We got this one. This was really cool variant cover. This is our I don't know if you read any of the horror magazines, but this is one of the horror magazines homage to that. That's Fangoria magazine.
Oh, Fangoria,
Yep.
yep.
So
Does
we
do
that
they
one.
still print Fangoria?
I think they still do. Yeah. So we did.
I
an
looked at
homage
Chuck
to
like
that.
Chuck would know. Chuck, do they still print Fangoria? Do you
think
read
they
that on
do.
a regular basis?
Yep. There you go. He does. He said he does. And then
Hold
I
on,
need your
be-
skin.
Hold on, before
Go
you go
ahead.
into I need
Yep.
your skin, I have a question. Okay, so inside of these, all the short stories are different, or do any of them connect?
So they're all different.
Or
they're-
short comics, I guess.
So they're all different, but we do have ideas for the next couple of issues that we possibly could be doing some interconnected stories here and stretching out stories in some of the books that we print in the next maybe the issue 3 or 4. We're probably going to start doing some interconnected stories there, but no, in these ones, these are short stories. They're all finished stories. You can read them. You're not going to be able you don't have to go look for them anywhere else. They're all finished, completed stories in each issue, and which is really fantastic, because we have all kinds of really great stuff, from like horror to like kiddie comics inside here. Everything is family friendly. Nothing's really inappropriate in any of these magazines. So
Yeah.
we're doing really good to try to make sure that that's our key point with that, is making them family friendly and giving people opportunities to put their short comics and articles inside the books.
Yeah, absolutely. And how important? Last question, then we'll go over
Yep.
to and see if Trey has any questions for archetypes for this like the comic book journalism. How important do you think it is, or how important was it for you to add in the comic book journalism piece, to have that as part of the anthology? Was that missing in the marketplace, or what was the idea behind doing that?
So I got my start doing this as podcasting, and then I met you. We started doing some stuff together, and so media has always been kind of in the forefront of my kind of mind, right? My mind with this creative process. So I always wanted to spotlight media and people who are in media and journalism and comic book journalism and things of that nature. So because we are, we kind of we're tipping our toes in, journalism here, doing live streams and things of that nature. So I wanted to give opportunities to people who are out there who write articles on websites and like independent websites and stuff like that. So we got a few of those people from independent websites who were writing articles, people who have really great Substack, because Substack is a really cool new place where people can, come together and write articles that are really good. Like you can either have them really fun or not nonchalant or really professional kind of journalism. So we really wanted to kind of showcase that in a magazine and also give people opportunities to put their short comics in there as well, because a lot of times it's really hard for you to find a place to put 5 to 8 page
Right,
comics,
yeah.
because people usually want anything from 30 pages and up for comics. So we wanted to make sure something like that was available.
Last question. I'm going to go over to Trey for questions. When will Zion 3 be out?
We're actually taking submissions now. We have some people who are wanting to be in issue 3, so we're only going to be doing asking for 3 comics in that one, and then two articles. So if anybody out there would like to submit their work, you guys can message us at info@geekcollective.net and send us and we're looking for finished comics. If they are not finished, we will also help you get some of the work done. But that's there. We're looking to help those who already have finished comics in there, so that we can have a faster turnaround, so that the margin is a lot smaller, so that we can also pay the creators who submit their stuff, and as well give them comps of the book, so that they can sell at their table as well. Which is what we're trying to use this as a tool. To give people opportunities to have more things on their table to sell as well with their work in it.
Absolutely. Thank you, Joey, for sharing that. Trey, since Joey never is able to jump on our live stream and you're never able to talk to him about anything, even though we do it every Friday at the same time, Trey, is there anything that you want to ask Joey about archetypes, or any questions that you've had about anything that he said?
No, actually, my only questions are about his other endeavor.
Okay, fantastic. Trey's going to save his questions for the other endeavors.
Okay.
So with that, Joey, kick us on over to the other endeavors.
So I Need Your Skin. I Need Your Skin is my first book that I helped co-write with my buddy Alan Dunford, who is a really great writer. He does some stuff for Grandma Chainsaw, Horse and Hell. He's a really he's a great writer. This one follows Nora Perkins, who has a fear of aging. She believes a clairvoyant can help her, but she needs a small piece of her flesh to help her. We are about 20 pages in. This is going to be a 28-page comic. We only have 8 pages left to finish with the artwork. Our artist is out of the Philippines, so we want to make sure that he's not, he's doing a really great job, so we don't want to push him too much. We want him to be able to pump these out at his own pace. So we're doing that, and once he's done with that, we're going to send these to print, and we're going to ship these out, because we also kickstarted this on Kickstarter, and the full first issue should be out to everybody if we're on this right timeline by February, early spring.
Will these be available when we do AZCAF?
Yes, they will. If we are on track, they will be available and on our table at AZCAF. If you guys don't know what that is, and if you guys are local to Arizona, it is Arizona. That's AZ Comic Book Art Fest. A bunch of local creators. That's really great comic book centric con, where not really too much pop culture is there. They do have some, but it's mostly comic books.
Yeah.
So yep.
Real quick before I give it to Trey for his question, what if people don't know what's an ash can?
Ash can is a short version of a preview or a preview of something to come. So that's what an ash can version is. They usually made them about this small, about this size here, back in the day for comic books, and they used to come along with people's comic books and stuff like that. Now independent creators have kind of made it their own and kind of done their own things with it. We like to give more than like 5 pages and then a bunch of because what they usually do is they do like back matter and that stuff and give you like little articles in there with an ashcan. We wanted to give people 12 pages of this thing, half of the book almost, and give you guys kind of the meat of this story to get you to kind of chomp on the bit there a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. Trey, did you have any questions about I Need Your Skin?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
So this premise is really visceral.
Mhm.
Like it's got that body horror element to it, and I haven't even heard the flippin' plot of the thing.
Yeah.
How did you come up with something like this?
So what's funny, the way this came up was I'm a huge punk rocker, right? From back in the day, and I was getting back into listening to some stuff. I heard that AFI was coming out with a new album, right? So I was kind of dipping my toe, going back and listening to some AFI stuff, and they have a song called "Miss Murder," and it kind of goes along with a woman or talks about in there somebody who is kind of you know afraid of aging or it gives you this sense of somebody there's a line in there that says if I offed myself, would you still believe I was beautiful or something like along those lines and kind of things. So I kind of thought about that. And I
Something
was
very emo poetic.
very emo poetic, very much. So I was like, well, what can I do? I really love this idea. What if there was somebody who was called Miss Murder or something along those lines, where what if you believed in something, you thought about something so much that it came to pass, right? And how would that look? So I came up with this idea where a woman was obsessed with her beauty so much that she kind of conjured up some kind of evil that that possessed her, and possibly she may or may not go through a killing spree. But that's just the tip of this story. We have something a little bit deeper with that we're going to be telling on a grander scale. I have 7 books thought out, and they're gonna go from these 3. They're gonna be 3 issues of I Need Your Skin. We're gonna do a one shot. Introducing a couple of characters and some more kind of evil demon kind of type characters, and then we're gonna do the 3 issues where everything culminates together, and it's this big, huge, grandiose story. And if you read all 7 issues, you will understand what we're talking about. I have called it on the back end the 7 Deadly verse. We don't know if that's going to be the front-facing part of it though, but that's kind of my working title of it. We're going to be talking about 7 deadly sins that are going to be possibly possessing people and wreaking havoc. And Nora is one of the linchpins, and we're going to find out exactly why she's a linchpin. She may or may not have recollection of what she's fully capable of. Yeah.
Is she the is she the symbol for pride?
She's no, she's actually there's I don't want to give anything away, but she's
She's not going to be pride.
No,
she's going to
not
be
pride.
something else. All right.
We'll see. I don't want to give anything away, but she's going to be something completely else, and you're going to find out that that the demons were. No, I don't want to give anything.
Okay,
How
don't
about
give
that?
it away.
I don't want to give it away.
Don't give it away. Trey, do you have any other questions?
I
If
have
not,
one more
go.
question.
Yeah.
So this, I can't think of the right word, collective, Divination Comics that
Yeah.
you're working on. Do you have, are you going to do all horror, or is there, a certain theme you're going for? What's
So Divination Comics is my imprint that we are going to be printing I Need Your Skin through, and a couple of different things, and they're mostly going to be horror centric, magic, horror, supernatural things of that nature, because we wanted to make sure that, because I really love horror stories and body horror and the new genres of horror that we're coming out with, like movies and scripts and things of that nature. So we wanted to kind of play in that world, and so we're gonna come up with a handful of different IP, and we're also gonna have other people bring on their IP as well through our Divination Comics imprint, and do that. And everything else is gonna be everything else that's fun and all that good stuff will be published by Geek Collective. So Divination Comics is the imprint. It's going to be published by Geek Collective.
Gotcha. That's awesome.
And then this is another one that's coming by Divination Comics. Is this correct?
Yep.
This actually has Divination Comics on it.
Yep.
This is Stories from the Comic Book Catacomb, and this by far is, and it's the same. It's the same drawer,
same illustrator as for I Need
Your
Skin.
Skin. And
Yep.
this guy, kid. Is he a man kid?
He's
Is he an
definitely a
adult?
man. He's an adult.
He's an adult. He's over his 18 years of age.
Yeah.
But he made Stories of the Comic Book Catacombs, which is Joey also came up with this concept as well. Is that correct?
Yeah, so this is my concept. Me and a buddy actually, we came up with the concept something like this, actually a handful of years ago. And he's a pretty well-known guy. I don't want to give any names, but he's a well-known guy in the comic book universe. We were going to do something. It was called something different before, but he gave me full rights to use this idea. I sat on the the idea for like years, and then finally we brought it out because we thought Divination Comics would be a perfect place for this to go. So what this is there's going to be 3 different stories here telling. It's going to be kind of like a Crypt Keeper kind of story where we're tells from the crypt, where we're going to have our curator tell the stories and introduce different stories of horror stories. But what's going to be fun about this is we're gonna have somebody who draws more like Rick and Morty style or like Bob's Burgers style, and we're gonna tell those 3 stories, right? But at the very end, we're gonna find out that there's a twist. I don't want to give the twist away, but I'll tell you later off air. But you're really gonna love the twist because what you guys are gonna be reading is not actually. There's an overarching story. We're going to be all doing some really cool stuff, and it's going to give us a chance to kind of tell that overarching story through many different issues of comic books for in the Catacomb. And this is another anthology kind of idea that we're doing with this one, and it's going to kind of go on for a handful of issues.
When is this one expected to be released?
We're going to do this one on Kickstarter next year. We're hoping in the springtime, if not early summer, we're going to launch it. We're going to start ramping up our promotion for this one here in January. So keep an eye out for that one.
Fantastic. Trey, do you have any follow-up questions?
Nope, that's all I got.
All right, guys. Well, we're coming up at 11:30. We are going to get set up to do an interview with Brent Miller from Brent Miller Books, Brent Miller Publishing. Brent Miller something at the end of that. And we have talked to him multiple times at vendor walkthroughs, but I want to actually sit down because when we do the vendor walkthroughs, it's really fast. I want to sit down with him and talk to him a little bit more in depth about his writing and how he got into writing and what's going on with his books. But before we do that, Joey, do you have any final thoughts and where can people find you on social media?
You can find me at Joey Galvez 1984 or just check us out right here on AG Radio. Doing all kinds of really fun stuff.
Cool. And Trey, any last thoughts? And take some time to plug as much stuff as you want because you're live with us today, and I'm super excited.
Yep, I'm really happy to be here. Check out the Substack. Check out social medias. You can find me just about everywhere at Creator Trey, and the Substack is creatortrey.substack.com.
All right, guys, and again, my name is Jeremy. I'm the host of Age of Radio, Mercury, your home for podcasting other pop culture news. Check all of our podcasts and lives out at ageofradio.com, and we will be back shortly with Brent. Oh, and as